in Led Zepp, we were a pretty cool band because we kind of didn't do anything the way that everybody else was doing it. We just did things when we felt like it. We wrote quite prolifically at times, and then we'd have periods where nothing happened at all. And then we'd book a tour, and we'd go on tour playing songs that hadn't been released yet. You know, playing Stairway to Heaven to people who'd never heard it was a bit of a trial because it did go on for a long time, and the people were waiting for A Whole Lot of Love, and they got that instead. There was no real technique about how to preserve it, how to make it work, how to stroke this success into something fantastic. There were photograph sessions which were grudgingly, attended, but we usually hung the photographers upside down in the swimming pool or whatever it was and then just ran off tittering.
The whole thing of why Led Zeppelin was what it was because people saw us taking chances. They didn't want us to be format. I didn't want to be format. It's a thing that I, in the Yardbirds, I started, having that freedom after having been a studio musician where you had to be 100%, 1,000% precision because that's what your livelihood depended on. And when I got out of that, I was so happy to be able to break the rules and do this and do that. And that was good. So I loved the areas of improvisation because that's what kept me on top of it.
We knew what we could do and we'd rehearsed a bit and it felt like it was all right. We'd cut the numbers down a bit. It's the same as the shows. I mean, every tour, I remember the same conclusion at the end of the tour, the same conclusion, like, okay, this time we're going to cut the songs, right? Keep everything short and crisp and to the point and sweet. And you go out, you do, okay, it's an hour and a half. We'll do an hour and a half show, maybe hour and 3/4. For the first 2 nights, it would be that. Then the second 2 nights, it had gone to 2.5 hours. And by the time the tour had ended, you're around like 3.5, 4 hours again.
I have storage of Zeppelin material at home, so I know where everything is there. But some of the other stuff had actually gone into official storage facilities, but they'd been moved around over the years. And there's this massive storage facility over near London Airport. And fortunately, well, actually, some of the stuff was sort of missing. And it was really fortunate that there was a chap there who was a Zeppelin fan who worked there. And he was a massive assistance because he combed the place all over. And bit by bit, things would turn up that, you'd have a run of tapes and there'd be a missing hole and suddenly the hole would fill. Because once I found the 8 tracks, it seemed to me that, we could have a full story of the band and the journey and the growth of the band within that. And treat it, what I wanted to do was treat it like a journey, so it moved from venue to venue and fades in and fades across and all the rest of it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I love it. I mean, just to say goodbye to VHS, I think, is almost enough for me. Surround sound, I think, is fabulous, and this particularly works well in surround sound. I mean, it was when I first heard it in the studio, it was just stunning. It's just, you just sit back with your mouth open and go, wow, this is really, really good. I think surround sound is particularly appropriate for live work because you have the ambience of the hall around you and you're in the audience,